Hi, I'm Brian Urshley. I hope you enjoy Ferngrown, a great oak presentation.
I have an asparagus fern, and his name is Wilbert. And this is little buddy Gary. For almost a year now, he's been a silent companion, a little friend of mine, to my windowsills, my desks, my gardening benches, everywhere I've been since I got him last year. His simple life of just sitting on my windowsill has consisted of every luxury that a plant could ever want. But he deserves all this. He deserves all the sunlight and the nutrients and the growth and the water and the pampering that he needs. He's a beautiful little boy, and at the end of every month, he gets a trim. Wilbert grows in a way that supports humanistic traits. I really draw a parallel with him when I look at the big old head of hair sprouting from his pot. Sometimes he has an army of tiny little wilbies. Unfortunately, there's none that I could find. He's got these really big fronds that hang down. He's packing a huge bulbit. It shows that he's a hungry little man with a beer belly, and here's my mom to explain it.
This is an asparagus fern. Asparagus ferns have rhizomes, and at times they grow bulbules or bulblets on them. They're white, fleshy growths that store water.
Sometimes he needs that trim. Those long fronds that hang down can exhaust him and bend him to the point where he just doesn't look right. Sometimes I think I'm drowning him, just maybe.
Shit!
His limbs can get brown and die off over time. The personality and presence that Wilbert has can really brighten up a room. But other than sitting there and being an asparagus fern, what do we know about Wilbert? He's just a plant. All he does is react to light and adjust for the seasons. Plants aren't real. You know what I mean? So what if they coexist with their surroundings in symbiosis, and some trees interlink their roots to support each other? Why not think more about it? What does my friend stare at? Does he enjoy the view? Do I get on his nerves at times?
Just go there. Just go there. The Koreans are on Mars.
Is he cold sitting over there? Is he lonely? Does he want little Wilbert Juniors of his own? We so easily think of living things at their surface level. An ugly old oak, a majestic pine, frowning sunflower, the occasional.
Look at that corn over there. How tall it is.
Yeah, good field. Good field this year.
Yeah, and it's only supposed to be knee-high by the 4th of July.
Something becomes what we make it when it gives no response. To you, maybe Wilbert is best being a teenager with a big head of hair, or maybe he's best as a stout and clean figure. Maybe you'd even like to see him burn. Maybe I'll never know what he really needs or what he's thinking. That's when you have to do the thinking yourself. You need to push a little further. You need to give something what it deserves. Maybe what it doesn't even know it needs. A walk. A nice night out on the town. A night of passion. Romance. A night that never ends. A night of timing. The wrong place at the wrong time. A night of crime. One last drop of sunlight. But anyhow, show every Wilbert some love. Don't be afraid to give some suggestions and a trim of those big fronds. They might take up all the sunlight. Take it all as you might. It's easy to make a fern grow. If you can do that, or if you can't, chances are you can do a lot more. All right, we're rolling. Before we leave, Wilbert and I have some thank yous to give, some words of wisdom. I would like to thank my grandma for being in this. This was her first acting role, and she absolutely killed it. I'd like to thank my dad for being in this, for teaching me how to use a camera. I'd like to thank my grandpa for giving me the woods. He planted a lot of trees, got a lot of wisdom through that. I'd like to thank my mom for being in this, being a master gardener, always encouraging me to be creative, be happy. I'd like to thank my Uncle Greg for letting me steal the tripod. I'd like to thank my Uncle Steve for giving me this camera, this little Sony. It has been a huge undertaking to use this camera, and I absolutely love it. I'd also like to thank Jay and Cameron for doing some of the filming for me. What's that? Wilbert says that I need to kill God. I don't think we're going to get that done by the end of the video.
Yeah. Ready?
But other than that, there's a lot to think about with what I just presented, and you can think about it. But what I want you to know is that you should plant a tree. You should do your best. There's always so much more that you can do. Thank you. Have a good night. Eat your vegetables. Yeah. Do something nice for somebody. Bye.
Hi, I'm Brian Urshley. Please enjoy Ferngrown, an oak. Hi, I'm Brian Urshley. Please enjoy Ferngrown, an oak. I hope you enjoy this Ferngrown presentation. You still going?